We are on stolen land. So we invite you to join us in acknowledging the Lenape community on whose land NYU makes its home. We at NYU Steinhardt acknowledge the contributions of all Indigenous people and their continuing struggle to dismantle the ongoing legacies of settler colonialism.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You've made it. You are now NYU graduates. Graduation is a rite of passage, the last page in the chapter before you begin the next adventure. In mythology, the hero's journey is a classic story of transformation. That transformation, that big change, is at the heart of the stories we admire. Today, you are the hero of our story. Like heroes before you, you have faced a crucible, a challenging situation leading to the creation of something new. Your individual crucibles may look somewhat different. Perhaps you were the first in your family to pursue higher education, or you balanced family and work responsibilities alongside your studies, especially during this last year. Maybe you moved to New York from a small town or distant location, or you experienced different cultures and ideas that called into question your previously held beliefs, and you were pushed to think and perform in new and different ways. But you persevered in the face of challenges and gained new perspectives, and you have been transformed by your NYU Steinhardt experience. And today, you graduate. You emerge triumphant, our hero, with diploma in hand, ready for the next big adventure in your journey. The scholar and writer Warren Bennis tells us that, quote, leadership is formed in a crucible by an event or experience that tests and transforms a person, unquote. He explains that great leaders put these crucible experiences to use. They find innovative and creative ways to rebuild, and that act of transformation makes them a stronger and more resilient leader. You Steinhardt graduates are uniquely poised to be such leaders. I recently met with a graduate from one of our health fields who expressed great enthusiasm not only for her program, but for a Steinhardt education. Why? Because a Steinhardt education teaches students not just about healthcare, but about people, culture, their families, communities, and policy, all of which intersect to impact people's health and wellness. You now also have a degree from NYU Steinhardt, a school unrivaled by any other. Your NYU Steinhardt education has prepared you to see the world through an interdisciplinary lens that focuses on a holistic understanding of people and human development. Add to all this your talent, your steadfastness, your strength of character, and your passion for knowledge and discovery, and you will do amazing things. You will fight for equity and justice, bridge differences, connect people across racial, ethnic, and economic divides, work to mend the fissures that keep us apart, impact policies that support schools, communities, and families in need. You will teach the next generation, empower diverse communities through education, harness the transformational power of education for change, and inspire lifelong learners. You will heal the world, offer compassion during difficult times, make a difference through holistic, culturally sensitive, physical and mental health care. You will create narratives, sing, dance, act, write books, produce plays, media, music, and art. communicate in ways that help people interpret, understand, and advocate for social change, as well as feel catharsis and all the beauty and joy and complexity of life. You will save the planet, build more sustainable communities, advocate for social justice, transform food systems, and ensure that natural resources are available for future generations, and nurture green spaces. You will make an impact. Create new businesses, invent new technologies, change public and corporate policies, lead in your chosen fields, transform your communities, work together to set change in motion. We want to hear about your adventures, the new crucibles you encounter, and all of your many, many future accomplishments. So stay in touch and visit us often. Become a mentor, teach a class, attend events, and remember, wherever life takes you, you are a part of our history and an important part of our future. So congratulations again, class of 2021.
One word to describe this class would be resilient.
Strong.
Terrific.
Flexible.
Resilient.
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 Very unpredictable.
One word to describe the class of 2021.
Bittersweet.
Resilient. Coffee, because I need a lot of it.
Intense.
Resilient. Flexible.
Persistent.
Intense.
Creative. Fun.
Intense.
Hello, I'm Andrew Hamilton, President of NYU, and I'm thrilled to say a few words to the tremendous Steinhardt class of 2021. Graduates, this day is about you, your successes, your goals, your talents, and your determination. The past year has brought changes and challenges that none of us foresaw when you began your studies. But through it all, you've adapted with creativity and grit, continuing to strive, to grow, and to achieve. We are very, very proud of you and proud of the entire NYU Steinhardt community. Let me take a moment to recognize Dean Jack Knott, who took the helm at Steinhardt in the depth of the pandemic and has guided it so expertly over the past academic year, alongside Steinhardt's extraordinarily dedicated faculty and staff. It's no small feat that in this pandemic year, NYU Steinhardt leapt to number 6 in the ranking of US schools of education, though we think it's the best school of its kind in the world. Class of 2021, although you're graduating at an uncertain time, the same qualities that led you to choose NYU Steinhardt as your academic home will help you make a difference in the world after graduation. As Steinhardt students, you bring people together. You help people communicate with each other, learn about each other, and empathize with each other. You make the world more humane, better informed, and more beautiful. In the wake of a year defined by upheaval and reckoning, the world needs your talents now more than ever. I can't wait to see how you'll make an impact for the better. Class of 2021, you have so much to be proud of and so much to look forward to. On behalf of the entire NYU community, warmest congratulations to you all and our very best wishes.
Congratulations to all the Steinhardt students at NYU. It's Vanessa Williams. I want to congratulate you on a year well done, a year full of change. And I was so happy to be part of that change. Being a professor in residence this year, I got a chance to make music with Dave Schroeder and Phil Galdston and create a song called Stand for Change with the entirety of NYU. And on top of that, got a chance to create an amazing group called Black Theater United. It's all about activism. We made the change this year. You made the change in your studies, but in your vision of what you want to do for your lives. And I am so proud of you. You're just beginning. And as I mentioned, Stand for Change all happened here at Steinhardt NYU. And now I have the opportunity to introduce the graduating students from the Dance Education and Vocal Performance programs performing Stand for Change. Dances are choreographed by Dance Education Program Director Deborah Damast, and vocalists are supervised by Vocal Performance Director Anna Flavia Zurin. Enjoy.
Tell you how.
I can't tell you when, but we'll lay this burden down
and lift our hearts again. 'Cause life has one refrain,
one eternal flame.
nothing stays the same.
So say the names in righteous range. And when you stand, take a stand for change.
Stand for change.
We can curse the dark,
Or we can light a light.
start with just one spark, and burn forever bright.
Freedom has its price. Justice, sacrifice. But our eyes are on the
So
prize.
say the names in righteous range.
And when you stand, take a stand for change. Say the names. Say the names. Say the names. Say the names.
I can tell you how. I can tell you when.
But we will never let.
So take a stand in righteous rage. Say his name.
Say her name.
'Cause they changed the world.
Stand for change. Stand for change. Stand for change. Stand for change.
NYU Steinhardt has more than 82,000 alumni living all over the world doing remarkable things in their chosen professions. And each year at Commencement, we honor someone who has achieved distinction in their field with the Dorothy Height Distinguished Alumni Award. This year, we are so proud to recognize Dr. Tarika Barrett, the CEO of the organization Girls Who Code. She received a doctorate from the Steinhardt Department of Teaching and Learning in 2010. Tarika Barrett, you have dedicated your professional life to expanding educational equity and opportunity. As a doctoral student in our Teaching and Learning program, you studied teacher conversation and community and applied your research to shift professional culture, establishing mentoring programs and implement initiatives aimed at closing the college achievement gap. As CEO of Girls Who Code, you are advancing diversity and inclusion in the technology space. Through sisterhood, bravery, and activism, you are raising the self-esteem of women coders throughout the world and building a pipeline for representation in the science and engineering fields. Tarika Barrett, you have used your education to imagine, to transform, and to act to ensure equity, access, and opportunity. You are a role model to the men and women you serve and an inspiration to the NYU Steinhardt community. So, in the spirit of Dorothy Height, who navigated intersectional forms of oppression and made her life's work fighting for equality and justice, I am so honored to present you with NYU Steinhardt's 2021 Dorothy Height Distinguished Alumni Award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dean Knott, and thank you all for being here. I could not be more honored and humbled to accept this award, or more grateful to share this moment with so many fellow members of our NYU family. To call Dorothy Height a trailblazer, a pioneering champion for social justice, and a personal hero would be an understatement. She was blessed with a life that spanned nearly a century, 98 years, more than a third of this country's history, and she never stopped or slowed down. Over the course of her life, she changed this institution, this country, this world for the better. Because of what she did, her activism and her actions, but also because of the simple fact of who she was. In 1933, when Dorothy Height graduated from NYU, there was something subversive, even revolutionary, about simply moving through the world as a woman of color. It was decades before the Civil Rights Movement. Segregation was the law of the land. But she often liked to tell people, and I quote, "If the time is not ripe, we have to ripen the time." And this was much more than a personal motto. It became the work of her life. The impact she had and the broader movement she helped lead made my mother's story possible, and my own. My mom was part of a wave of young, ambitious West Indians who came to the US in search of a better future, and she found one. Thanks to her, my life has always been deeply rooted in the value of education, which is why my path eventually led me to NYU for a doctorate in teaching and learning. While I was here, like many of you, I dreamed of working in education reform. I dreamed of making schools more equitable places for Black and brown kids, and especially for our girls. I knew from experience how our education can broaden your world, and I wanted to be a part of that for other people, helping to ripen the time, to nudge reality a little closer to our more inclusive ideals, so the next generation doesn't have to wait around until the time is right. In a way, this also happens to be our mission at Girls Who Code, not waiting for the field of computer science to change, but actively working to change it. When I worked for the New York City Department of Education, where I helped establish new schools and address issues of gender and racial equity, I saw firsthand how the education system just isn't set up to close the gender gap in tech. Computer scientists increasingly craft how we live in the world, a world roughly equally populated by men and women. Yet women make up just a quarter of the computing industry, and for Latinas and Black women, the statistics are even worse. Together, these groups hold less than 5% of computing jobs. It's no longer subversive to be a woman of color in a graduate program at a prestigious university like NYU, but unfortunately, it's still pretty revolutionary to be a woman of color in tech. Wanting to change this for the better was what led me 5 years ago to join Girls Who Code. For anyone who's not familiar with Girls Who Code, we're making sure that every girl, starting from elementary school all the way through college, has the opportunity to learn how to code. because too many girls are getting the message that programming isn't for them, that it's for the boys. In a little under a decade, Girls Who Code has reached 500 million people, and we've taught 450,000 girls around the world how to code. Fully half are from historically underrepresented groups, including girls who are Black, Latina, and from low-income households. We've got 90,000 college-age alumni out there right now, moving through the world, majoring in computer science and related fields, far surpassing the national average, and blazing trails for the next generation. And we are on track to achieve gender parity in entry-level tech jobs by 2030. Does that mean our work will be finished 9 years from now? Not even close. But by then, a whole new generation, your generation, will be out there making change, pulling a more inclusive future forward, doing your own small part to ripen our unsettled time, just like Girls Who Code is doing its own small part. And just as I challenge each of you to do throughout your lives and careers, wherever they may take you. Dorothy Height was an extraordinary leader, but her power to make change wasn't hers alone. It came from an entire thriving community of activists, advocates, and ordinary people who believed in the cause of social justice and who are still carrying her work forward even today. So I'd like to dedicate this award to the community and to all of you who aren't content to wait around until the time is ripe. This work will outlast all of us, just as it outlasted Dorothy Height. But I can't imagine a greater living legacy, and I'm so thrilled and so honored to be a part of this community that's helping to keep it alive. Thank you all so much.
Class of 2021, in the words of our beloved Dr. Brea, we're rock stars.
Thank you to the TNL advisors, Marnie and Therese.
Dr. Sobel, she helped me a lot.
I want to thank my mom, my dad, and my twin sister, Lindsay.
The biggest shout out to my parents, Rosa y Ricardo.
And my mentor, Dr. Melcy, for making this journey possible.
Gracias a mi mami en el cielo, mi papá.
I wouldn't be here thanks to you.
My support system back home in San Diego.
My best study buddy, Lily.
Mom, friends, and family. My best half.
Thank you to the incredibly supportive and empathetic NYU faculty who have taught me not only to be a qualified educator, but a kind member of the society.
My grandpa for making moving to New York so perfect.
Lauren, thanks for making this possible.
My colleagues and most especially the owners of my school who have supported me in this process and allowed me to base this problem of practice on this amazing school that continues to inspire me every day.
My supportive family, my mom and my dad.
I wouldn't have been able to achieve this if it weren't for you guys.
They are fantastic.
My boss for my time working at Kimmel, Marty Gonzalez.
To my sister, Jody, thank you so much for keeping me somewhat sane throughout college.
Who are Roger Weber, Karina Weber, and Matthew Bavaro Phelan.
Family, friends, and NYU. Thank you.
I am the granddaughter of a poor man from a small village in India who migrated to Pakistan and struggled day and night to support his family and education. I am the granddaughter of a woman who could not go to school because no school near her would take a Muslim girl. I recognize the weight in my words when I say that I have graduated from NYU. The acronym that speaks for itself, the notable alumni next to its name, the educators, media, culture, and communications specialists, therapists, artists, nutritionists, and musicians among us who will soon join that list, that NYU. But this weight, like for many of us, is also the weight of the late nights and early mornings that my parents have worked so I can have the privilege to come from Karachi to NYU. It is the weight of the responsibility to use my privilege for those who, by lottery of birth, do not have it. I recognize the sheer richness of life in my words when I say that I graduated from NYU, where I have learned about cultures across the world and have blasted Pakistani music at every possible opportunity. I recognize the accountability in my words when I say that I graduated from NYU. As a Muslim, I have firmly believed in the Quranic verse, "You shall be absolutely truthful and remember your accountability to God when you serve as witnesses, even against yourselves, your parents, and your relatives." At NYU Steinhardt, I have met people who don't share the same faith as me, who haven't been inspired by the same verses, who come from radically different places, and yet we share the universal value of justice. To be at NYU Steinhardt, I have realized, is to ask difficult questions, even of ourselves. No, especially of ourselves. It is to reckon with the very name that our school carries. It is to recognize that we are imperfect, that there is a long way to go, and that together we can keep moving forward. It is to see students protesting and petitioning for social justice. It is the fact that I am speaking proudly about protests on commencement. It is to say, we value dissent as an asset. And why on earth should we not be proud? We have held on to this value even through the tumult and chaos of the past year, even in these unprecedented times and at this unprecedented graduation. I recognize the brimming hope and change in our words when we say that we have graduated from NYU. So in the spirit of our school, I leave you with the words of poet Faiz Ahmed Faiz, alive with the brave hope that inequity will fall and love and justice will prevail. Roughly translated to, every crown will be flung, every throne brought down. It is absolute that we shall witness. We shall witness. सब ताज उछाले जाएंगे, सब तख्त गिराए जाएंगे, हम देखेंगे, लाजिम है कि हम भी देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे. Thank you and congratulations to all.
Congratulations, graduates. We have quite literally exceeded the unimaginable. Sitting in what would be our last courses of our graduate career, whether in dance studios, computer laboratories, libraries, and or waiting on the extensive lines at Starbucks, I am certain that none of us expected to be completing a master's degree virtually, even more while living amid a pandemic. For the past year and a half, we have immersed and dedicated ourselves to graduate study and have been challenged to consider what essential really means. To be essential is to be absolutely necessary. Pursuing our degree during a pandemic, we have made the definitive choice that our education is absolutely necessary and important, thus essential. While experiencing a year of the utmost uncertainty, grief, and turmoil, we have remained resilient. We have utilized our power and togetherness to tackle the challenges confronted. What initially seemed unattainable was easily adjusted and in the end, completed. Student teaching, we did that. Clinicals, we did that. Case workloads, we did that. Perfecting our Zoom background, we did that. We have remained dedicated and have worked diligently through these unprecedented hurdles. Today, we reap the benefits of our accomplishments as we look forward to the next chapter in our lives. From learning a new Zoom vernacular over the countless unmutes and sharing screens, to binge watching Netflix's top 10 and learning the latest TikTok crazes, we have become the new creators, innovators, and entrepreneurial enthusiasts. We have become successful and strategic in the art of finesse. From learning to alter, proficient in Microsoft on our resumes, to professional navigator through multimedia platforms, to turning surgical masks into high fashion, our creativity has extended through our studies and within our everyday lives. While none of us could foresee our last year of graduate school being altered to a virtual world, we persevered and can finally say we have completed a master's degree. NYU alum Spike Lee once said that we should believe in destiny, but we cannot remain complacent and let destiny come to us. He says, a lot of the time, an opportunity might fall into your lap, but you have to be ready for that opportunity. You cannot sit there waiting for it. And a lot of the time, you are going to get out there and make it happen. 2021 graduates, you have done just this. Neither did we remain complacent, nor did we wait idly or aimlessly for opportunities. We took advantage of every opportunity presented to us, and not only did we exceed, rather we surpassed all expectations. I'm speaking before you as a formerly shy little black girl from Brooklyn, to who today has become an accomplished graduate student from New York University, to say that you can do it and it is possible. All of the prayers, wishes, all-nighters that we have pulled are finally worth it. We are more than equipped to enter the world as expert educators, media designers, therapists, artists, healthcare workers, and creators. 2021 graduates, it is time to celebrate all of your hard-earned accomplishments and showcase your abilities as experts in your fields. We are supported by a tight and exceptional network of NYU alums, parents, families, faculty, and staff, who have all contributed immensely to our individual journeys. Today, we enter into the world, embodying both the essential and the future. Not only are we New York strong, or NYU strong, but we are essentially strong. Congratulations, class of 2021, and thank you. We did that.
You've shown such great determination and resilience to get here.
You've built a great community at NYU during your time here.
Remember why you came to NYU and remember what you got here.
Go out and change the world. The faculty are so proud of you.
Congratulations.
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 We really, truly are so proud of everything that you've done.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations, class of 2021. We're psyched for you. Go out and be awesome.
Congratulations. Let your voice be heard.
Congratulations. You mean the world to us.
Congratulations, class of 2021. Go do great things.
Listen to your head, listen to your heart, listen to your body.
Do what's good and true and right and kind. You'll never go wrong.
Here's to you. Stay strong, stay creative.
Congratulations, you made it.
Felicidades.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
We can't wait to see what you go out into the world and do.
We celebrate the class of 2021.
We wish you the best. Go out and embrace the world.
Follow the yellow brick road.
We know you're going to go out there and change the world, and we can't wait to hear all about it.
We appreciate you and all your hard work.
You're going to do this how you've been doing this. You're going to go out there and do it.
Keep moving forward to reach those goals.
Congratulations. We are so proud of you.
We got this. You're going to do great things. Go out and change the world.
got suits, the homeless and the hippies, and they all get love in the city. Let's take a moment and stop the race. There was Josie's every night, 7 and 7, not enough is right. 'Cause we didn't even know we were in it. This ain't the start or the finish. 'Cause we won't stop living in the world, 'cause the world stops spinning. 'Cause we won't stop living in the world, 'cause the world stops spinning. 'Cause we won't stop living in the world, 'cause the world stops spinning. 'Cause we won't stop living in the world, 'cause the world stops spinning. I might book a real long one-way flight, stay for the week or the rest of my life. We just kinda floating here. 2020's been a year. Cooped up, going nuts, even try to grow a beard. Talking to my cat like you the only person here. We just kinda floating here. Hindsight has been a year. 'Cause we won't stop living in the world, 'cause the world stops spinning. 'Cause we won't stop living in the world, 'cause the world stops spinning. 'Cause we won't stop living in the world, 'cause the world stops spinning. 'Cause we won't stop living in the world, 'cause the world stops spinning. We put our hands to the sky high, pointed to the North Star. Lost in the world, it leads me home. On the road or in my soul. We put our hands to the sky high, pointed to the North Star. Lost in the world, it leads me home.